Hi everyone, let me start out by saying that this is not a paid endorsement. I've received no money or I won't receive any money for this video at all. So basically what I'm doing this video about is my old Greenworks 19-inch battery powered 40 volt mower, and that's a push mower, and this is the new Ego 22-inch self-propelled. It's a 2244sp-2. The 2 at the end stands for 2 batteries. So we got 2 batteries right here. So I just wanted to highlight the differences. Maybe you have a gas-powered push mower or something similar to this Greenworks, but the Greenworks is a 40 volt battery, and it took me 2 batteries to get done my whole yard. My yard is a 1/4 acre, and I'll show that to you in a minute. But I wanted to highlight the differences between going from that style mower to this mower, and you may be surprised by what I have to say about this Ego. So the pros to the Ego is that I can do the whole lawn with these 2 batteries with 66% left on the batteries. So that's a win. That means I could probably use the battery for my other power tools. The other win is here in South Florida, the floor tam St. Augustine grass grows really thick and fast, and the Greenworks 40 volt had a really tough time getting through that, and even bogged down and shut off. So the first cut I tried the Ego on the bag mow, and I had to shoot out the back, so it was shooting the grass out the back to the side. This door comes up down there on the bottom and it was smooth sailing. So I'm like, oh, okay. So my next cut, I want to try mulching, because I'd rather mulch the grass back in to the lawn, the clippings it's basically you're fertilizing your own lawn when you mulch. So the grass was probably, I mowed it 4 inches, so it was probably 8 inches tall, and it mowed right through it, no problem. I even have the Self-propel toward the top, so you can see right there. I was going slow toward the end, but you have a little bit more, and I was normally, I'd say, probably up in this range. Oh, now I'm down to 49%. Isn't that interesting? So anyway, and I think I was in normal mode during that because I didn't switch it to Eco. Anyway, so that went through the grass pretty quickly and with no bogging, no slowing down, so I'm very happy about that. That's the biggest deal for me here in South Florida. So the cons to going to this mower from the other mower is the wheelbase. So you can see the wheelbase on the Ego is probably 6 to 8 inches longer than the Greenworks. And when you have a lot of obstacles to go around, and in my front yard, I'll show you in a minute, but when you have, this is like driving a long car or a big truck, right? And this is like driving a really small car. So you can get around the corners easily with this. But this is kind of like driving a cruise ship. It's so big and honking long. It takes a little more effort and finesse to get into those tight spots. And the mower is significantly heavier than the Greenworks. So the Ego is a lot heavier. And again, this isn't an apples to apples. This is just from where I went from and where I went to. The other issue I have on the Ego is the self-propel. So when you press this button, there is a lag time. Okay, so between you pressing that button and it engaging the rear wheels, it has to move this mechanism down there. And and I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let me get a close up of it. But it has to move the drive train before the wheels start spinning. So you might see, I don't know if you see it on the video. But anyway, that further delays the acceleration. So when you're mowing and you hit the button and you think it's going to be instantaneous because it's electric, it's not. It's about a 1 second delay. So if your thumb accidentally slips off here while you're mowing, you're definitely running into the mower because it takes that second for it to get going again. So yeah, be mindful of that. You have to be kind of like if you ever drag race a car, you gotta anticipate the lights. So you start the yellow light, double yellow, and then it goes all the way down the tree to the green. So as you're turning the mower maybe around a corner, you want to anticipate hitting that button sooner versus later so you can keep your momentum going. Anyway, enough about that. And the only other gripe I have is that when I let off of the self-propel, sometimes, I'd say maybe 40% of the times, this wheel locks up. So it's very hard to turn the mower, not as much that way, but when it needs to move and turning right and the wheel's locked up. I think it has something to do with the self-propel mechanism. I don't think it's a problem with this mower. This particular one that I have, I think it's going to be across the board on all their models. So when you go to turn the machine, sometimes that right wheel will lock up. I don't know if it's in between teeth or whatever it is, but that's a little annoying too. It adjusts up to 4 inches, so that's where I have it set all the way up for my best cut here in South Florida. But I know this is a new mower, and I wanted to give everybody a heads up about it. And this is just my opinion, and so I hope it helps somebody out there considering buying this. I haven't had to use turbo at all, and it does have a nice headlight, and this is the button for the different blade speeds. So hopefully that helped somebody out there. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you want to hear more different kinds of videos. Thanks. Bye.